Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Let's talk a little bit about equality. Seems to be a popular topic now. Equality is different than equity. You've heard this word equity. Forget about that shit. We're not talking about equity. Equality, I think, is a human construct. I don't think it's natural. I think that we created it. We philosophized on it. That's how equality arose originally. Where did equality come from? It's not natural, at least not to humans. I think that we naturally compete to see who's best in almost everything that we do. I think that equality has to be imposed. It's an imposed system, an unnatural system that we impose on nature. You can take any group of people, any group, any social group, any grouping of people, just go grab 5 or 10 people, put them in a group, put them in a room. A social hierarchy will naturally arise in any group. It's the way our species is. In order to keep every single person and keep that group equal, now we would have to define what is equal, but in order to do that, you would have to actually go into the group, an outside party, an arbitrator, a third party would have to come into the group and raise some people up and lower some people down. We do this in school. They have to figure out a way to kind of teach to certain people in the class. So it dumbs the most intelligent people. The most intelligent people have to be ditched out of the class into a special little unit of intelligent people, little special class of smart kids. The dumb people, that's where I was in the group of the dumb people, we also had to be removed, and they send us to special ed programs and to special programs. In order to have equality, we need outside influence, and I just find that to be an interesting point. Why? Why isn't equality natural? Why can't we take 10 unequal people and nature just naturally makes everybody equal? Nothing works that way. We don't see that in business. There's always more successful businesses. Unfortunately, monopolies are natural. I'm not saying they're good. I'm not saying I like monopolies. That shit happens naturally. And we have to come in with an outside system and to even the playing field, to take companies that are so successful that they can take over an entire industry and be the only company in that industry. We have to step in, our government steps in and says, no, no, no. We need to open up the playing field for others, to restrict you, to restrict your success. Now it sounds like I'm defending, I'm encouraging monopolies. I'm not. I'm just saying there is no equality. There's no natural equality. We don't see it anywhere. Look how people fight and scrap for products on Black Friday. If we were naturally, if our nature was equality, each person would orderly grab one item, pass one to their fellow human, and march out of the store, and it would be really no big deal. Instead, they fight for the last TV. I want 2 TVs. You can't have none. Nobody is going into these Black Friday brawls at Walmart thinking about equality, their fellow man, that we should all get the same thing. So I think you get the point, at least that I'm trying to make. So then the question is, if it's not natural, and we could sit here for the next hour and a half pointing out the variety of ways, the different ways where we don't see equality. Where do we not see equality? I think it's easy to make this point. And the question is, why do we feel like it's so important to create equality, to go into nature and to impose our will upon it, and to force this evening out of resources, of survival. We have this obvious game that's being played of survival of the fittest. Equality goes against all the rules of survival of the fittest. It throws survival of the fittest out. I like my Rastafarian brothers, how they put it. And they talk about, it's not just survival of the fittest. It's the fittest of the fittest of the fittest. You really gotta be fit to survive. And it feels that way to me sometimes. It's not just survival of the fittest. It's not, that would be too easy. I wish it was just survival of the fittest. I'm pretty fit. Survival seems pretty hard sometimes, even for a fit motherfucker like me. Why do we impose our will upon nature? It seems like we struggle with this issue of equality, and it's not going away, and we're not solving it. Some people think the solution is complete interference. Now, it's a hard question to get into about human interference with nature, because then you get into industrialization and harvesting of natural resources to build materials, and one could make an argument that all of that, building buildings and all of this, is an interference with nature, but I don't know. I don't really know if I believe that. It seems to me that there is a natural order, and there are aspects of our survival which may feel like we impose our will upon nature, but it is possible that since we're such an advanced creature, we're able to live in a very advanced way. Of course, that's just a judgment. Ants have houses and societies. We have houses and societies. Ants may be walking around looking at our houses and our societies like, yeah, those guys are so stupid. Those houses fall down in earthquakes and blow over in hurricanes, and those buildings are terrible. They fall apart. Ours don't. Ant hills don't fall apart. Those things work great. They might be looking at us like we're dumb as shit. So, we kind of feel that we're so special and we've imposed our will and created all this, but all this that we have might simply just be an aspect of a natural order of our species, just like the anthill is a natural part of that species. Is the anthill the ant imposing its will against nature? Is the anthill domination of nature? Or is it part of nature? Are our cities a domination and a destruction of nature? Or is it part of nature? The natural environment of our species. We've been creating villages for literally thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So, you're talking about equality. I'm talking about a forced system upon nature, a system that we impose, artificially impose. And I just wonder if it's a futile game. If this fight to make everything equal not only just goes against nature, but goes against our species, and the fight for equality could be causing the division that we see. I don't know, it's all food for thought. Thanks for watching.